Page Punchers!
So not too long ago, perhaps a week and a half maybe, McFarlane Toys decided to send me the complete Wave 1 and 2 of their Page Punchers action figure line. By now I'm sure most of us have already seen Wave 1, which consisted of Superman, Batman, The Flash, and Black Adam. And I'm sure that Wave 2 will come as no surprise to most of you as well, which consisted of Thomas Wayne Batman, Hal Jordan Green Lantern, Nightwing, and the Joker. Each one coming with their respective comic books that these little tiny figures are meant to be based off of. The Black Adam figure comes with a reprint of Black Adam Endless Winter Special #1. The Joker comes with a new 52 story, The Joker #1. It was actually Batman issue 23.1. Thomas Wayne, well, he comes with Flashpoint issue 2 of 5. Nightwing comes with the Rebirth Nightwing issue 1. Green Lantern comes with the ever-popular classic Jeff Johns and Ethan Van Sciver Green Lantern Rebirth issue #1. The Flash comes with Flashpoint issue 1. Batman becomes with the first part to the Batman Hush series. And Superman comes with Superman Rebirth issue #1. Now each one of these figures, because they're so small, has a lot less articulation than your typical action figure these days. These guys have your classic typical 5 points of articulation: neck, shoulders, and groin, with the added bonus of a waist swivel. Now these figures are small, really small. Just look at Superman standing next to the retro-styled Marvel Legends Captain America. If I'm being honest, I kinda wish that this was the scale that McFarlane had have chosen to make these figures in. The paint applications on these figures is what you would expect for something so small. When you're dealing with a figure that is roughly the size of my thumb, it's gonna be pretty tricky to get all of that fine detail painted. Whether it's chest emblems for the heroes, like Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, and Flash, or it's the face sculpts for all the figures, it's going to be challenging to do a really good tiny close-up job. And in reality, even though the paint looks pretty sloppy from this close up, I don't think we're ever really meant to see the faces this close up. The Batman figure, as with pretty much every figure in this series, is really just a shrunk down version of the 7-inch scale figure. Standing them side by side, we can see that this is the Hush Batman box set figure, only really tiny. The Superman figure also looks very much like the original counterpart, albeit not nearly as buff and bulky as the previous one. And he's probably my favorite out of the entire 2 waves. The Flash figure has a lot of the exact same detail, just shrunken down from that 7-inch scale figure. You can really see it in the boots. The Hal Jordan figure looks exactly like his 7-inch counterpart. You can even see the places where the articulation was put in for the 7-inch, with the wrists being attached to the gauntlet the way they are. He even has the articulation line running through his torso underneath his lantern emblem, as well as up his back, where it's just really evident that they shrunk down the original sculpt. The Thomas Wayne Batman figure is a favorite of mine because the paint's actually done pretty good. Thomas Wayne is one of my favorite Bat family characters, and he's just really well done. Only this version of Thomas Wayne, unlike his 7-inch counterpart, does not have the gun holsters. Nightwing just looks really good for what he is. It not only looks, again, like his original 7-inch counterpart, but also just a really neat version of the character. His back has those Eskrima sticks molded right on there, so if you get this figure, don't try to pull them off. You'll just end up breaking them. Black Adam differs a little bit from his original figure in that the head sculpt doesn't look like an exact shrunk down copy, and this one has a cape, considering the original version of this figure doesn't have a cape. And of course we have the Joker, purple, green, and yellow, just as we would hope for, and again, a pretty good match to his original 7-inch counterpart. If I could change one thing about this action figure line, it would be to include 2 heroes and 2 villains per wave. So Superman and Batman and Lex Luthor and Joker should have been Wave 1, with Wave 2 perhaps being Nightwing and Deathstroke, and Hal Jordan and Sinestro, and so on and so forth. Honestly, I feel like these little figures probably would have worked better if they were part of some playset pack-ins. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hopefully you found this video to be an interesting, insightful, useful waste of time for the day. If you did, you know where the like button is. You can feel free to leave a like, and I will see you with the next one. Have a DC day, everybody, and take care. Ooh.